In Bolivia, the United Nations organization will carry out, alongside experts, a follow-up of the ongoing process against former President Jeanine Áñez. Now, this is all according to a protocol signed by state with the international organization. Our correspondent, Fray Morales, tells us the details.
With the signing of this protocol between United Nations and Ministry of Justice, it is expected that the right-wing claims of alleged excess in trial of former President Jeanine Áñez will cease. For us, this protocol is a very important step and once again demonstrates the political will of the ministry and the ministry in transparency and commitment to international standards. This will allow us, as a United Nations entity, to carry out monitoring with complete transparency and impartiality. Protocol was signed by the Minister of Justice, representing Bolivian government, and United Nations Office for Human Rights, which will monitor all judicial proceedings, starting with one being conducted by state against former President Jeanine Áñez. And to extend that, we can carry out this monitoring mechanism for a measured transparency in process, and also promote respect for due process. Participation of the international organization is an additional guarantee according to the government. There are judicial processes that are very important for the development of our democracy, so that we have the possibility in the country to be sure that due process is being respected, the fundamental human rights, and mainly the possibility that all entities that have to do with watching over human rights can participate in them. United Nations monitoring will begin immediately. This protocol will apply to all those processes that are currently in Bolivian courts of justice. The most important thing in a process is impartiality and independence. Trial against Jeanine Áñez will be held on March 28 and will be virtual. She is accused of 15 violations of Constitution and law committed before she was proclaimed President of Bolivia after coup d'etat against Evo Morales in November 2019. There are 9 defendants, of which 2 former commanders of Air Force and Navy submitted to a short trial and were sentenced to 3 years in prison.
Freddy Morales, teleSUR, Bolivia.